Hi, I'm Chandresa from EnglishForLadies.com. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're looking to become a confident English speaker. In this series of videos, I'm going to show you the easiest way to learn modal verbs in English, and if you stay till the end of this video, I will show you the most common mistakes my students make using modal verbs and how you can avoid or stop making those mistakes. So let's get started. Modal verbs in English are can, could, may, might, shall, should, would, will, must. Which one of these do you find the trickiest? Is it shall? Is it the difference between may and might? Please let me know in the chat below. These are the modal verbs, but what do they do? Why do we need them? Well, they are used in English to add possibility, certainty, uncertainty, obligation to the other verb. Therefore, they have a complete different set of rules. Once you understand the rules that are the same for all of them, then you will learn modal verbs the easiest way. The first and most important rule is that they are always followed by the bare infinitive. Not a verb with to, not a verb with ing, just the verb on its own. Bare. I can express my thoughts easily. Even if it is in the third person. Remember, in the present simple, we would change that and make expresses. He expresses. Can is a modal verb, is a type of auxiliary verb, is a helpful verb, not a main verb. It's not the verb that has the action. So I can express my thoughts easily. We can't say he can expresses his thoughts. He can express his thoughts. She can express her thoughts. So we don't need to change anything, and that's great. Let's have a look at some more examples. They couldn't make it to the party. Even though we're talking about the past, we just change can into could, and we don't need to change anything else. We don't need to change the verb make. So they couldn't make it to the party. Here are the modal verbs that change in tenses. Can, will, may. When used as a modal verb of ability, can changes into could in the past. I can carry 50 kilograms, no problem. I can memorize 20 new words in a day. That's a lot. Now, these are my abilities, but if I am to talk about those in the past, I would say I could carry 50 kilograms when I was young. I could remember 20 new words in a day when I was at school. Now I'm down to 5. But be aware, could is not only the past form of can, because we also use could in a lot of sentences just to make the sentence politer.
Could you sharpen this pencil for me, please?
Could you give me a lift?
Also, we use would as the past form of will when we talk about past beliefs about the future. I thought she would get the promotion this year, but she didn't. We thought that house would be much more expensive than that. When we want to talk about past behaviors, things we did repetitively in the past. For example, when you talk about your childhood. When we were young, we would play every day after school. We also find would in the past form in conditionals. For example, if I had that much money, I would travel the world. If I were you, I would accept that job. If I were, that's the past and you're not me. So this is completely imaginary. Would you move country for a better job? And the last modal verb that changes in the past is may, which becomes might, and that changes in if and conditional sentences. She might get mad if you accepted the job of her dreams. And here are the mistakes that you should avoid or stop making using other auxiliary verbs with modal verbs. No, modal verbs are type of auxiliary verbs themselves. They are helpful verbs themselves. They do not have an action. Remember, a verb is a part of speech which talks about an action, an activity. When I say must, what do you picture me doing? When I say can, what do I really do? Nothing, because I need a verb with an action to follow. So, if can, could, may, might, will, all of them are modal verbs, we do not need another auxiliary verb to make the structure. They are okay by themselves. They have the power to make the negative form themselves, to make the question form by just moving in front. She can speak Spanish. Can she speak Spanish? You don't have to say, does she can speak Spanish? Or do you can speak Spanish? No.
Can you speak? Could you help me with this issue?
May I ask why? May I ask who's asking?
Should you be here?
All of them work the same. The other mistake? I can to drive you if you want me. No, I can driving you. I can drive you there. I can come tomorrow. It's not I will can come. I can come. We have tomorrow to help you understand that we're talking about the future. I can't done my homework because I was busy. I couldn't do my homework because I was busy. Finish these sentences so they are true for you and write them down in the comments below, so that will help you memorize them and you'll never make the same mistakes again. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and if you did, please like and subscribe, because that would help us understand that these are the kind of lessons that you like, so we will make more of them. I'll be back next week with the second part of modal verbs. Until then, take care.